So today I'm going to be making for you a Kentucky butter cake. Oh my goodness, this is oh so yummy. Now this does not take long to mix together, but it does take a little while to bake. 65 to 75 minutes, so you may want to consider that when you're making this cake. But the first thing that you're going to do is go ahead and preheat your oven to 325 degrees and go ahead and get your bundt pan ready. Now I have already got my bundt pan here ready to go, and all I did was spray it with a cooking spray. Now you can also use butter or shortening in place of the cooking spray, and then I dusted it with flour just like this. So when you have that ready, you can go ahead and set your bundt pan aside. Now this is what a bundt pan looks like, just in case you didn't know. We can set that aside because we're finished with that for now. The next thing we're going to do is just put everything into this bowl and mix it up. I love recipes like that because everything goes in, mix it up, and into your pot it goes. So we're going to go ahead and start with our butter. Now you need 1 cup of butter that has come to room temperature. 1 cup or 2 sticks, and you're just going to go ahead and pop that right into your bowl here. Now you can use a stand mixer or hand mixer, whatever you have. Also, we're going to add to that 2 cups of sugar. Yep, that's a lot of sugar, I know that. 4 eggs. Okay, 1 tablespoon of vanilla. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I just love this. Just pour it all in the bowl and be done with it. Okay, and then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And that's just a salt, and the granules are much bigger on the kosher salt. 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Also, you are going to need 1 cup of buttermilk. Now I'm going to tell you what I do with my buttermilk. Because I do not use a lot of buttermilk, only when I am baking. You know, it's wasteful if I just leave it in there and then it goes bad and I have to go out and buy another quart of buttermilk. So I just take an ice tray. I pour my buttermilk into my ice trays and I freeze it just like you would a tray of ice. And then you come up with these little buttermilk ice cubes, and then I just take them out as I need them, and then there's no waste on my buttermilk. Now you can do that with other things that you do not use a lot of as well. So sometimes on my like my whipping cream, if I'm not going to use it all, I'll freeze it, and then it's in the freezer when I need it. So 1 cup of buttermilk. Okay, now I'm just going to mix this up. You might want to start out slow so you don't throw flour all over the place, which I do a lot. You're just going to mix that on low, and then you bump it up to medium speed for about 3 minutes. Okay, so now that's our cake batter all mixed up really well there. Oh my goodness gracious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so that is it on mixing up your Kentucky butter cake, and we're just going to go ahead and get this in to our bundt pan. I'm trying to clean up my paddle here, get as much as I can off of it, and we'll put it into our 325-degree oven. And remember, this does take a while to bake, 65 to 75 minutes. Now how you're going to know that it's done is you're going to take a toothpick, going to insert it into the cake, If it comes out clean, that means if the toothpick doesn't have any batter or anything on it, it's ready. So let's go ahead and get this into our pan. And oh my goodness, then we're going to, after this is all done, we're going to make a glaze to go on top of this. Now this is a thick batter, so just letting you know that it won't be like a, you know, like the box cake mix is kind of runny a little bit. It's going to be a very thick batter. But that's okay, because that's what you want. Oh my goodness. And this is gonna smell so yummy while it's baking. Oh my goodness. Just spread it around evenly in there. And you're gonna be tapping this down a little bit to kind of get it to settle down and be nice and smooth in your bundt pan there. Okay. Put that back there. And you're just gonna kind of move it around like this. So, because you know it was kind of a lumpy and everything, so you're just gonna kind of shake it down like this, so it's a little bit more even. Okay, so into the oven this goes for 65 to 75 minutes, and use your toothpick to test it to see when it's done. Okay, y'all, so our Kentucky butter cake is now out of the oven, and it did take right at 65 minutes in my oven. I'm just going to set that aside because now we're going to make the glaze that's going to go on top of this butter cake. Now you're going to need a 1/3 stick of butter, and you're just going to put it into a medium-sized pan. And you're also going to add to that 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this onto the stove top, and we're just gonna melt it all down. We're not gonna bring it to a boil. We're just gonna get everything well blended and melt it, and then we're gonna pour it right on top of our cake. Okay, so we're just going to get our mixture here on top of the stove and make sure that all your butter is melted and all your sugar is dissolved. And that's all you need to do to this. You do not need to boil it or boil it for a minute or anything like that. We just want everything well incorporated, melted, and dissolved. And you're just going to put this on about a medium heat and just keep it stirred so nothing burns or sticks. Okay, so that's about it. Our butter's all melted, our sugar is dissolved, and we're going to go ahead and get this poured right on top of our cake. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and start putting the butter sauce right on our cake. And you're just going to take a plain old knife, and you're just going to make lots of holes in your cake. Now you don't want to go all the way through to the bottom, but almost all the way. You're just going to make lots of little holes in here. Then we're going to pour our glaze right on there, and it's going to go down inside that cake, and oh my goodness. And this smells oh so wonderful, y'all. Now, after we pour our sauce on, you want to let this cool completely before you take it out of the pan. And if you leave this like for a day and let's eat it tomorrow, it's just gonna have that much more flavor to it. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. You can eat it today if you want to, but you're just gonna have a little bit more flavor if you leave it. Okay, so we got tons and tons of little slits in there. We're just going to pour our sauce slowly over and let this cake, let it soak into this cake. And then you will have your Kentucky butter cake all done. Just have to let it cool. And that could be the hard part. Just take your time pouring it. Now it will go down the sides and everything, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. Just want this cake to absorb all of this yumminess here. And And as you can see, I am kind of holding little slits, just kind of holding them open a little bit, making sure that that sauce goes right down into that cake, just helping it a little bit so it doesn't all run down the sides. Of course, you're going to have some that's going to run down the sides, but oh my goodness, so yummy this. Okay, now like I say, just go ahead and leave it right in this pan until it is completely cooled, and you're going to turn it upside down onto a plate or you know, a cake container, anything like that. So anyway, let's just go ahead and let this cool, and then we'll be turning it upside down and having a little taste. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, so now that our Kentucky butter cake is nice and cool and ready to turn out of this pan and onto our dish, now I'm just going to set my glass dish right on top of my bundt pan, and I'm just going to flip it upside down like this and hope that it comes out without any cracks or broken pieces. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. So look at that. Oh my goodness gracious, that smells so awesome. I hope you guys will give this a try because it really is a just fabulous cake. I'm gonna have a little piece. So I had to get my plate and my fork because I forgot to get one. So I'm just gonna slice this and just kind of see what it looks like on the inside and let you see what it looks like mainly. And then I'm gonna have a little taste to see what it tastes like. So, yum. Oh my goodness. Smells really fabulous here. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. And as you can see, a little bit darker here, at least I hope you can see, that's where all that butter sauce that we put in is at. So anyway, I'm gonna have a little taste, see what we've got here. Oh my stars. You guys are gonna love this. Ooh, I need another bite. Anyway, yeah, I hope that you would give this Kentucky butter cake a try because it is absolutely fabulous. You know, and especially for someone who does not like icing on their cake. There's a couple of people in my family that does not like icing. They like cakes that do not have any icing at all. So this is a great alternative for them. You still get that nice sweet flavor like an icing, but it doesn't have that icing. So anyway, I hope you guys will give this a try. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye now.